Peace is Nattyisisyah, and I definitely want to take this time to encourage brothers and sisters to definitely unify more, to put aside certain differences that you have with other people, to put aside, whatever is not top priority right now, right? And get get in the mode of unity, get in the mode of reconciliation with your brothers and sisters, get in the mode of nation building, of supporting each other, of finding out ways to contact and communicate with each other, learning how to do that type of activity, and definitely being solid and secure in yourself on doing that, right? Understanding the need for why. Why is it that we should people are going to be telling you aloud to unify, 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 but you definitely actually have to start meditating on why you need to unify. I don't think people have been given that enough attention. I think people have just been, trying to shy away from unity because it comes across as cultish, or it comes across as some type of conformity. However, a lot of people have already conformed to white supremacy. They don't have any problem conforming to white supremacy and what white supremacy wants them to do, what the system wants them to do. A lot of people don't have any problem, waving that flag. But when it comes to black unity, a lot of people, they got hangups. Oh, how am I going to pay my rent? Where am I going to live? My children, my car, my house, my this, my that, my work, how is this going to be met? Well, the only security that we really have, the only insurance policy that we really have is each other, right? So while everybody else has already unified to elect the ultimate face of white supremacy into office, people are still not sure whether they want to unify with their brother and sister or not. And I want to say that it's definitely going to come a time when you might not have that choice. So it's better that you make that choice now, right? And that you take that effort, make that initiative, right? To reconcile with your brother and sister that you may have disputes with, and to put aside petty arguments and petty beef and stop being on that. I see a lot of memes floating around everywhere talking about, I'm petty. Don't be petty, right? Because petty can get you killed in the next few the next coming along, the next future coming along. It's a given. If we don't take each other seriously, and if we don't value each other, and have faith and have love, and encourage each other and support each other to be better, right, and to do better and to survive and to thrive, you know what is petty is not going to do nothing. It's just something for just some likes, right? We don't need likes, we need unity, right? We need to know how many people are unifying with us, right? We need to know how many people support us, not how many people just like our individualism, or like our drama. So by being more on point and being more unified, we could definitely help push this revolution along, right? Because people are already planning to use this new election to their advantage, right? So being that we are in the conscious community, and people know about their history, and history repeats itself, where does it look like it's going if we don't unify? So it's definitely a call and a push and an urge for more of us to unify, especially the sisters, right? Because I'm a sister, so the brothers can handle their business for the most part, and I think sisters should um kind of focus on unifying with sisters, because it's always kind of easy to unify with a brother. We know that. um but as far as relating to other sisters, sometimes we can have our issues, but we definitely need to get past that, because some of that stuff is also petty, and it's also just misconceptions, misunderstandings that we need to clarify, and just reconsider what our thoughts have been. Ask questions, stop assuming things, right? Stop jumping to conclusions, start asking questions, find ways to unify, because you know the system might not be working in your favor going forward into the future. And I've said stuff like this before, but now you definitely have more of a something to see why it's probably not going to work in the sister's future. you know Welfare might not be there, or whatever, food stamps, whatever government assistance, some of that might get turned down a little bit, right? So I definitely think that people need to reconsider our ancient plan that we've always had, our ancient support system that we've always had, and that has been sisterhood, that has been brotherhood, that has been unity, right? And forgiving each other, moving past differences, right? Working things out, the good old fashioned type of things that have kept us here on this planet so we didn't all kill each other off just because we were mad at each other. And a lot of people talk about, what's going on in Chicago and what's going on here and there, but a lot of people in the conscious community exhibit those very same type of attitudes and behaviors. And probably the only thing saving some people on here is the fact that it's being put on YouTube and not on the streets. So we definitely have to do things. If you proclaim to know better, you should be able to do better. And one of those ways is simply just unifying with each other, right? Coming to terms with each other, and just getting past certain differences. I think it will definitely help people that are trapped in paradigms. But they're literally sisters trapped in paradigms. They're trapped in the I gotta do my hair paradigm. They're trapped in shea butter paradigm. They're trapped in dashiki paradigm. They're trapped in team light skin, dark skin paradigms. They're trapped in um, you know, all type of paradigms. I'm a mother paradigm, and I'm not definitely not saying nothing against being a mother, but some people are just so hung up in just homeschooling or mothering, or you know that they forget that there's a wider black community that we are a part of, you know. So we definitely need to extend more of a helping hand, extend more of an open heart, and a willingness to unify. I'm not saying to let people step all over you and walk all over you and do things like that. Don't get the words twisted just to have an excuse not to unify. What I'm saying is that it's an urgent call right now to do so, and I'm sure everybody is going to start hearing this a little more. But again, I want you to think about why. Come up with your own reasons why you're going to unify. Don't just be like, I'm not going to unify with brothers and sisters because they're not going to pay my rent. I'm not. You stop saying the I'm not. The I'm nots. Those are not positive affirmations, right? Those are negative reaffirmations of white supremacy. So let's talk more about the what I am. What I am going to do, right? For me, I am going to unify with my sisters, right? I am going to unify with my brothers, right? I am going to, push forth in this revolutionary freedom, liberation, right, of our people, right? I am going to win. We are going to win, right? My sisters and I are going to unify. My brothers and I are going to unify. My brothers going to unify with brothers. My sisters are going to unify with sisters, right? So, we definitely need to be in that type of mind frame instead of a lot of the negative self-talk, right? Because you never know. You might be saying, well, I'm making my money, I got my own black business and whatnot, and Trump decides, you know what, he doesn't want anything to do with what's his name in Africa, Mubarak. If they get shea butter from there, we not getting shea butter from there no more. Wherever they're getting shea butter, he might just be like, we're not getting it from there anymore. you know he might, what are you going to do then? Who are you going to turn to then, right? They could be like, we're not giving out assistance to any more of these black women and whatnot. Who are you going to turn to then? You're going to have to turn to your black brother or your black sister. And if these are the reasons why you are not already unified with your black brother, you should somewhat, you should be ashamed of yourself to think that you're Miss Independent or this independent person just because you're getting a check every month or you're getting some food stamps. That should never be any reason to turn your back on your people, right? We need each other. People are what can I say? They are community sick. People get love sick. People are community sick. People are sick because there's no love, right? People are sick because there's no unity. There's no one unifying. They're up against white supremacy all on their own. Of course, they're gonna clutch and hold on to all they know. If all they know is Section 8, if all they know is the ghetto, if all they know is this welfare check, if all they know is, how to rob, steal, and do these things, of course they're going to, that's what they're going to clutch on to. So we gotta, we say we the conscious community, we're supposed to be doing way more work than this. We are supposed to have woken up so many people on such a level of excellence and on a level of altruism and on such a level of just consciousness that we shouldn't be turning back and have nothing negative to say necessarily about the hood if you haven't necessarily put in X amount of work, right? Especially for people that have been in this for longer, for a long time, and that have platforms and associations and networks. And to do these type of things, there should be no excuse why it has not been done. There should be no excuse why these platforms are instead being used negatively against our people, right? When there should be X amount of free information being put out. There should have been all of that. But this video, I could go on forever. I think you get my point. Definitely unify and support each other, especially the sisters, despite your differences. Do it now, right? It'll help to push things forward, help hasten the revolution. It'll help get us past that little curve of once you start going out of your way to unify with your sister, you will get more of a knack for it. It's not you of course you're going to get people might turn you down that you're trying to reconcile with. Of course people might be like, oh, they just not going to forgive you or whatever, or you said this, you said that, how I'm not going to befriend you again. But when it comes to money and to a business, people don't just take no for an answer. They keep passing that flyer, right? They keep passing that you know that advertisement, hoping that somebody says yes. So you got to find the people to unify with, and it can't just be people that it shouldn't I would say it shouldn't just be people that are interested in what you're interested per se, because that's we back to cults and cliques. And for people to say that they don't want to unify with this person because they're in a cult, and then go and unify with somebody because they like jewelry, or because whatever, that's cultish. So let's get past these heady, you know um little differences, and actually unite. So if anybody wants to I guess contact me, my information is in the description below. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section. Definitely subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to King Noble's channel, and join the website www.kingnoble.uncensored.com. Again, www.kingnoble.uncensored.com. You could join that for free. You could also donate there. And again, let's just do this. Black supremacy.